Talk about national politics.
Okay.
The PDP, more or less, two factions now. During this week, one faction attempted to have a meeting, another faction attempted to have a meeting. They were disrupted. Along the line, your name kept coming up, that you were the one that instigated security men to seal off the venue of the meeting of the other side.
I don't know how you created the faction. Which are the factions? I mean, when you say there are factions, you must know the factions. Which are the factions?
There's a faction. The faction that you supported, of course, is the faction that has Senator Amaechi as national secretary. The other faction has another person as secretary.
Who's that? No, tell us now.
There's an acting secretary that was appointed by the governors forum of the PDP. By the governors forum of the PDP.
Sometimes when I say
Koshedo or something like that.
I'm sorry to use that word. This democracy will survive with the role you play. This democracy will survive with the role you play. And you must play that role in sincerity and in knowing that you are going to investigate this thing, you can stand by it. There are no two meetings there. I was written a letter by the national chairman and secretary to provide security that they want to hold their expanded caucus meeting. They held their meeting there. All the governors were there. Where is one that he said they did not allow people to hold it? The party wrote a letter.
The meeting was supposed to hold in Wadata House.
It was held in Wadata House.
So what about the meeting that held in, what's the name of the?
Bauchi.
Yeah, the other.
That's why I said, go and investigate. Governors, first of all, met in the governor's lodge, finished the meeting, and then now want to hold the expanded caucus at the Wadata House.
Honorable Minister, the Board of Trustees BOT meeting was to take place at Wadata Plaza by 10 a.m. Most of the BOT members got to Wadata Plaza and the place was sealed.
No, that's not correct.
They were locked out.
No, that's not correct. First of all, you cannot hold a meeting without the parties knowing that you want to hold a BOT meeting. They have already scheduled a meeting to be held at Wadata. And then wrote a letter that they need security to be there for the expanded or whatever next meeting. So when you come for such a meeting, and that's not the meeting you are coming for, the police will tell you, no, this is not the meeting that's taking place. What is taking place here, from what we have, is expanded caucus and make a meeting. And that's what they did. That is the problem we're talking about, procedure. As written by the national chairman and secretary, requesting for this. And you are saying that I went and disrupted it. I mean, it's not fair.
Let's look at...
It's not fair.
But one faction of DPDP now has headed for the ADC.
Which faction?
Yeah. Atiku faction?
Look,
former Vice President Atiku has led a faction of the PDP to ADC.
Let's talk about a coalition that is on now. There's a coalition, and the move is to take on 2027. I put up a fight.
What is the problem of the coalition? What did they say? Why are they doing coalition?
They want to take out this current administration and come in. And you...
Because?
Sorry?
Because?
Because they feel that they are not doing enough.
Fine. Let me just show me. I will take them one by one. Now let me ask you. I heard the Dubai say to rescue Nigeria. Nigerians are angry. The man was Senate president for how many times?
8 years.
2 times, 8 years. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Nigerians were happy. Nigerians were happy when he was Senate president 8 years. And there was no single project to Otubo. Not one. He was flying with a helicopter to go to Otubo. Nigerians were not angry then. Nigerians are only angry now. It's not correct. When Amaechi was minister for 8 years, Nigerians were not angry. When Nigeria became indebted, Chinese loan, Nigerians were happy. It's now Nigerians are angry. You went and made Nigeria to be so much indebted with loans. That time Nigerians were happy. You see, it's unfortunate for we. You use Nigerians and play politics up and down. When you are angry with me, Nigerians are not happy. The only time Nigerians are happy is when you are in power. The moment you are no longer in power, Nigerians are angry. You quarrel with your boss, Nigerians are angry. You didn't get anything from the tribune, Nigerians are angry. I saw a Siraki, a Seriki or what?
Siraki.
What happened to Air Nigeria? Nigerians are happy.
At the Serika.
You said it yourself that you play politics with Nigerians.
So what I'm saying, they are saying Nigerians are angry. They want to rescue Nigeria. So I'm asking this simple question. What happened to the Air Nigeria? The Nigerians were happy then. I'm coming. I will take them one by one. When I met you, when we took heavy loan from China, things were well with Nigeria. Nigerians were not angry. Right? When they went to APC in 2015 and took over the reins of power in 2023, Nigerians are happy.
So, but every opposition
Who
that
inherited,
comes...
excuse me, was it under Tinubu's government that banditry came? Was it under his government that banditry came? Yeah. It was not under his government. What is he doing? To solving the problem he met. If you, I read what former Attorney General Malami said, that not, it's so embarrassing. He was Attorney General. You know what happened in this country? Why are people thinking that Nigerians have become so foolish? That you use Nigerians all the time. Nigerians are angry. What is Nigerians angry? That you did not make it. This is a man who has just come for 2 years. You were Senate President for 8 years. Tambuwal, you were Speaker for 4 years. What did you do to make Nigerians not to be angry? You were a governor in Sokoto State. Sokoto people were happy and you refused to elect the person you brought. What kind of politics are we playing?
And it's even about the likes of Rahul Faregbeshola that were very close to the Mr. President.
That's what I'm trying to say. When you quarrel with me, it's not good to resolve your problem with me. You say Nigerians are angry. When you are good with him, you never knew that Nigerians were angry.
Honorable Minister.
Look at those from River State. These are people whom I have defeated from 2015 to 2023. Nigerians are angry because I defeated them. Nigerians are angry. When you want to go to power, tell us if there are people who have not been in power in this country who are coming with such an idea. I can listen to them. But not people who were the ones at the head of affairs of this country for how many years? Look at where this country, if this president did not take certain decisions he has taken, which may be very challenging, you would have known where we would have been by now. A president came and said it's a scam. Took took that bold step. We will not allow that. States are getting more money. Nigerians are angry. The states are getting more money. Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are angry that we are providing infrastructure in Abuja. Nigerians are angry. I cannot say that there are no challenges. There are challenges. But for Christ's sake, stop using Nigerians. You couldn't have been at the helm of affairs. I challenge anybody. Today, I challenge anybody. When you were there, what contribution did you make? History will hold you responsible. You were in social position. What was the contribution to making sure that where we are today, we are not there?
Yes,
But I'm curious, the reason...
Sir, you see, these are common things politicians will always tell us because they want power. There's no doubt about it. But the fact of the matter is that in 2015, when the APC was to be consummated,
Yeah.
now people came with all this. Nigerians were angry at that time.
Yeah.
Now, according to them, Nigerians are still angry. But my worry is, must we continue to recycle the, old leaders coming again? What is the position of what role do we have to play as youth?
It's your business. You the voters.
Just
No, it is you the voters.
no.
It's you the voters. Let me tell you something. I want to tell people. I'm the city minister today. It's not true. Right?
Yeah.
If I'm supporting a party to win the election, I should be able to stand and say, this is why you should support. See what we have done. See what we are doing. See what we have done. Challenge whether this is correct or not. Is it not true? You are the one to say yes. I'm coming now. Okay. You are the one to say yes. I've seen what you said. I'm going to vote for that. But you, the voter, you don't do that. You vote on ethnicity. You vote on religion. And that's why, so look at what somebody, a former minister, Attorney General, will say. You are not pushing it to not. We are talking about something of a country. You are saying not. It's the kind of politics that will play. Thinking that will give you favor. But you forgot that you were the Attorney General of the Federation for 8 good years. From 2015 to 2023. What would you say about security situation then when you were Attorney General? What would you say about the level of corruption then when you were Attorney General? What would you say? Nigerians are angry.
But are you worried?
Are you worried? Rhetoric.
No,
it's the same rhetoric.
With the caliber of, persons in that part, are you worried?
No, it does not exist. No, let me tell you. David Mark, the daughter, in his federal constituency, won under APC. David Mark lost as a PDP leader. His daughter won under APC to go to Federal House of Rep. He is the leader of the PDP in that area. It's correct.
So I was going to...
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming. Tambuwal was the governor. He was the governor. 2023. PDP lost. What does it show? What does it show? The spokesperson, my friend Bolaji, I heard him last night talking about Nigeria is angry. Every time Nigeria is angry, he was a minister under Jonathan.
Education.
Minister of Sports.
Sports. Youth.
He left and joined his leaders, Saki, to go to APC. It's correct? They left APC. He lost election 2023 for Senate in Kwara. He lost. Now he has moved the other ADC simply because he has fallen out with Saraki. Now Nigerians are angry. So the point we're making, if I tell you, it's not that we give, okay, when you say people like Amaechi, he was this. of what will he do in Rivers. He was governor, 2015. I defeated him there. He became a super minister, 2019. I defeated him. 2023, he supported Atiku. We defeated him. So he will talk to Rivers people about how angry they are. Has he asked how angry Rivers people are with him? Has he asked? So if you say, well, I'm worried, I'm not. Opposition has even decimated themselves.
Exactly.
Let me tell you why I say so.
Yes.
Now, you are talking about coalition. What's the coalition? The only party today that if they put themselves well, that can still challenge this government, assuming, is PDP.
You frustrated most of them out.
It's PDP. Because, see, let me tell you, they wanted to hijack the party. We told them no. The man wanted to be chairman of PDP. We said no. We said no. That was the issue of the North Central. When they were saying that the party chairman should come back to North Central, we stood our ground and said no. We are going to take chairman of coalition. You see, let me see.
You continue to remain
whom
in
Nigerians listen to. Let me see whom Nigerians will listen to. Is it by men? Okay, look at it. I was here. I mean, sometimes you don't even need to call their names. This boy concerned towards them. He says the journalist was his name. It's big. I don't know. He said, okay. I don't really remember all these names.
He was your friend.
He has never been my friend.
Really?
There are things I won't tell you. This is somebody who said he ran for president. Not, you didn't get one vote. So that is the coalition now you tell me when you see him there.
Yeah.
I mean, will I people who appear on television, on is it sunrise? What do you call sunrise? What do you call it? That's
Arise.
Arise. What do you call it? Or is it kakaki or what? No. They appear
Body
and
show.
you give them, oh, what do you have to show?
Body
Look at
show.
them, take them one by one.
Honorable.
That is no, caliber does not mean because I was a governor. I was a minister. I can talk, even if I live as a minister today, I can talk authoritatively. When I was minister of FCT, this was what I did. Let any Nigerians challenge me. Let any of them say, when I was Attorney General, when I was Minister of Aviation, when I was Minister of Transport, see what I did.
Okay,
You are a
question I
chieftain
want to
of the
ask is
People's
really-
Democratic Party.
Yes.
Do you feel comfortable with the mass exodus from your party, the PDP?
Yes.
Governors elected on the platform of the party are leaving in mass. Now, as this, as that, are all leaving, forming a coalition. Do you feel
what
comfortable with this?
Coalition. There's no coalition. Look at, for example, what is coalition? If everybody did not have, if the president did not drop him, would have been a coalition with his party. So, I have personal thing with you. It becomes that interest of Nigerians. Nigerians don't hate everybody. For how long can you continue to deceive Nigerians? For how long do you think Nigerians are daft? That you wake up in the morning, you just left office now, it's now you remember that Nigerians are angry. You were office there for 8 years, you never knew Nigerians are angry. Come on, who is deceiving who? And who would want to give voice or listen or give ear to this kind of people? Who? The issue of somewhere crossing or leaving party. Politics is interest. I don't know whoever is leaving, what he has in mind or for the interest of his people. But what I tell you the problem of PDP, and who they have realized it today. When people talk about Wike, I say, look, do the right thing. If you do the right thing, we'll not be where we are. There's nothing Atiku and Co didn't do to take over the national chairmanship of PDP. There's nothing they didn't do. I was stood firm. I was said no. It will not happen. The issue of secretary came. The life wire of the party is the chairman and secretary. When they did not get any, then the issue of coalition started. The issue of coalition started. That was what they did. They wanted to hijack the structured party. We said, no, you cannot. You cannot. So, he's from Adamawa. Why didn't his governor join him? He's from Adamawa. Why did his governor join him? Why didn't Bala join him? Because these governors said, hey, we can't continue to allow you to be doing this your old game. We will not allow you. So the people who call my name, Wike. Am I the one who elected Sam Daddy in National Convention? Am I the one? He was elected in National Convention. Somebody went to court, said that he had gone to run for governorship election, and that he ought to, the word ought to resign, and that he did not resign. Therefore, he should be national secretary. He went to court. He won. The man went to gone down to Supreme Court. And he won. And he said, no, they have a right to do it. No, you cannot remove him. It's only national convention. Wait, convention, the antenna will be expired December 8th. Why are you in a hurry to scatter your party? They now went to INEC, which was very embarrassing. To go and ask INEC to organize the true position. How can you do that? Anyway, you have gone. And I hear that INEC told them, go and obey Supreme Court judgment. You saw Sheima Kende and Navit. All of them are there. So the issue of faction or no faction, it does not arise. Now, when these people now saw that they cannot take over the party, the issue of coalition came. And then the message you sent to Nigerians, because Nigerians are angry. Nigerians have been angry with them. Check it. Atiku was vice president for 8 years. He left in 2006 to AC. He came back to PDP. He left for APC. He left APC and came to PDP. Now he had left to go to coalition ADC. Let me use one look at it. They born you, born every time, live. How can I elder statesman? What are you going to tell your children?
To what extent
I
does all of
1999. See, I told you I was not even PDP. I'll fight it there. Did I not tell you that? Have I left? Have I not fought it? Is someone here who know the secretary? I would have left now. Because they say they don't want to. If you cannot fight, they will just want where they will be in charge. And now they are not in charge. They say, Wike. There's no television you open any day.
Honorable Minister, you
Is that why
you may not have
sorry.
left
has
the
this
PDP.
coalition talk, has it weakened the resolve to rebuild the PDP? Because I still believe that you are a member of the
What I've
PDP.
seen, and I spoke with their leadership. I said, look, this gives you the opportunity. The Buccaneers have left.
Buccaneers.
Yes, the vampires have left. Who never named well from. Look, take all the areas that we lost. I saw Chiroma on television. Was it the first day?
2 days ago.
Yes, talking about this one man taking part. Asked us since 1999, have we won Yobe? Since 1999, have we won Yobe? No. So what is that you are telling me? What is that? That you are telling me? PDP has been sustained by the South-South. By the South-South. Now,
Southeast.
yes, South-South mainly.
Okay.
Mainly. The Southeast. Now, because of the kind of politics this leader, ask Emeka Yoda, I saw him there. What happened? Because somebody was not removed as secretary. He now left. So that's why the Nigerians are angry. This is their own private, personal thing that you could not contend with. It's a power struggle. that somebody has outmaneuvered you, you go and say, Nigerians are angry. Say that you have been defeated in that place. Don't push it to Nigerians. Let's take the issue of Nigeria very serious. Let us know the problem and focus on that and tackle the challenges.
With the combination of Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi in the same coalition, don't you think it's a big threat to APC?
Okay, just tell me. When you say with Atiku, with Peter Obi, what do you mean by that? Well, what about with me not being there? I mean, so you think they're stronger than me?
Looking at the results, the polls, the last presidential.
The point I'm saying, why not you say we cannot be there? Means that coalition has failed.
Probably they feel you are not really with them. That's why they are not.
They're not what?
Really with them. Is your heart really with the PDP?
What do you mean by heart? The coalition is the PDP.
No,
but the PDP
rephrase that question. Honorable Minister, let me reframe that question and just ask, like, a lot of people are curious, how are you able to work for the progress of the PDP while being actively in an administration that is, the PDP is acting as an opposition?
Okay, answer it this way. Why was I able in PDP? Did that PDP governor, National Assembly, had an assembly? And they supported the APC president. No answer.
The question is for you.
That's why they should be careful with people like us. It's people like us that people need.
So in event that the PDP eventually produces a presidential flag bearer for 2027, even though you said this a number of times, where will you stand? For the president or for your party?
Did I stand for my party, the last one? Why are you saying that, man? They are not saying I will not support that. What's happening in the party?
So if the party produces a southern presidential candidate,
to the bridge and I will cross it until they produce. So why are you but that's something my book will say. You've not caught animal. You say women don't eat it. Catch the animal first. Before we know whether women will eat or not. But let's get to the bridge. They will know how to cross at the bridge.
I want to go back to what you said earlier about Nigerians being angry, and I'm thinking that this has been the rhetoric of opposition and when the power is in. So they use it to come in. And at some point, the APC was also not totally happy with the administration that was in power. So if you look at the rhetoric that you're putting out now, that people are angry, it's the same thing that we used before. And somehow, the APC was able to meander their way and come in.
Now, what I'm asking, it's your duty to sell that to the public. Why would they allow ourselves? If this is the same rhetoric that you have been saying, what is your duty? Your duty is to educate Nigerians. I have said here, if I've seen people who have not been in power, who are supposed to make this angry Nigerians not to be angry, and they are saying that Nigerians are angry, the likelihood that you may listen to them. But how can you listen to somebody who has been in power, who has refused to make these Nigerians angry to be happy? It's not the one coming to say Nigerians are angry. If today I'm no longer in office, and then you hear me say Nigerians are angry, you should ask me, Nigerians are angry. When you were in office, what happened? Do you understand the point? You cannot come here and tell me Nigerians are angry. When you were in office, what did you do to change this anger of Nigerians to be happy? You did not do it. That's the point. So we want to educate Nigerians, tell them to be careful about this group of persons. They are not talking about anger of Nigerians. They are talking that they are angry that they have left power. That is only the anger. So the only slogan they can say is to sell to Nigerians, Nigerians are angry. And you have the opportunity, knowing that that's the same rhetorics, to tell Nigerians, listen, be careful. For how long can we continue to be deceived? Yes, I was deceived yesterday. Yes, I'm deceived today. but will I continue to be the same thing tomorrow? No. Look at the positions they have all held. Chairman of boards, governorship, governors, ministers, this. How did they change the conditions of Nigerians? Ask them that question. Ask them before you say, the coalition you are doing, coalition to do what? Coalition to take over power that you were never before. You are doing coalition to take over power that you were never, that things were better when you were there, when you were Speaker of House of Reps, when you were Senate President, when you were Minister of Aviation, when you were Attorney General, when you were Minister of Transportation. Tell us.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Minister. I think we have exhausted the issues of politics. Let's just do a quick mop-up on FCT, and then we'll call it a day. First, you mentioned one issue. I'd like you to give a clarification on that. The judges' quarters. When the project was flagged off, I thought it was supposed to have a terminal date. I mean, was supposed to form part of the project to become.
No, how could you have
So how far with that? When
we were working, believing that by September, because the last time I went there, they've gone far, plastered. The one I can be quite sure, is the program division.
Okay.
That's only one building. But it has about 40 duplexes. So it is not quite easy, but the roof, they're plastered. So when they are working day and night to see that they meet up to the period they gave. If you remember, it was flagged down last year, September. So it's not even up to 1 year. Tell me which project in this country. And these are the things we talk about. Tell me projects in this country that flag off road, November last year. Within 6-7 months, it's done. Tell me under any of them, that can say one project.
Okay. The other one has to do with the bus terminals. They've been commissioned.
Yes.
How soon will Abuja residents begin to feel the impact of those terminals?
I think they're doing the legal work now with those who have the company they've chosen to run it. I think they are tying up the legal documentation. Because it's not going to be run by the FCT. You have to give that to private people. If not, it will die next 2 weeks.
And then lastly, what is the commitment? I asked the question much earlier about sewage and refuse control.
If you tell me what problem is sewage in the Southland area, I agree. And that is reason for because of the procurement process. Part of the problem we have is procurement process. You see, no matter how beautiful you have an idea to do, if you don't follow the rules, tomorrow you also find yourself in problem. But if you are saying in the city here, there's a lot of improvement. I'm not saying, and hear me well, that you have totally solved the issue of the environmental sanitation. No. And that is one of the major problems all over the world in terms of cleanness of city. Environmental issue you may not see it as a project. It's one of the heavy projects that government embarks upon that if they tell them what they spend, you may be, what is there to remove refuse, how much will it cost? It's a major project.